YouTube.com/Tim Westwood TV. Tim Westwood TV, up at Capital XTRA, a good friend of mine, Kyze. What up, brother?
Yeah, you know what's good, Tim,
friend,
man. What's good?
Good
Definitely.
friend, man.
Definitely.
Yo, we've been like hanging out for a minute, man.
Yeah.
How many joints do you? 11 years when you first come through?
I first came up to your show in 2008.
That was when I was up at the other radio station.
Other Situation.
Yeah, the other situation, and it was a classic moment in the game.
Classic, man.
Yeah.
Like, for me to go up to Tim Westwood 2008, I remember when Giggs gave me that call and said, we're going to Tim Westwood. I said, no way.
And still one of the greasiest sessions of all time up at that other studio.
100%,
Yeah.
man. 100%, man.
Yeah. Looked
Crazy.
mad.
You had the goons in the building.
Yeah, for real,
for
man.
For real.
And that was when I mean, obviously, it all started for your man Hollow.
Yeah.
That's where it all started.
Yeah, man.
And obviously, you know, you talk about Hollow Man, you talk about SN1. He's bringing the squad through. I mean, I
100%.
really think we should recreate that moment.
Yeah.
All up there.
Yeah, we need to. We need to.
And that gave rise to the crib session because obviously, you know, Hollow and SN1 then got banned from the station. So we, you know, couldn't invite you to the station, so we invited you over to the crib, and that's how we launched the crib session. So we thank you for that, you know, that moment to make it happen like that.
Thank you for the opportunity to get banned.
Thank you. We wouldn't have, get banned so we could start the crib and get into the realness. Because, you know, with radio, it is, you know, editorial.
Yeah.
And not only just on language, but also on content, what cats are saying.
Yeah.
And, you know, you guys were speaking so much Greece, it was like early for that.
Yeah, we had nothing else.
Yeah, I was telling the way it was, man.
Just telling it.
So that was a strong start for you.
Yeah.
And then you got jammed up.
Yeah, I went away.
You got put on hold for a minute. How long was the bid?
I done in total just over 5 years.
Yeah, frustrating.
Very frustrating.
Yeah.
Very frustrating.
Yeah.
Like, your show was like an oxymoron.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
Because it's like, I look forward to it.
Yeah. Well, it's your
and
weekend.
I'm excited through it.
Yeah.
And then I'm down after.
Yeah. Yeah. Because you know
and
what
then,
you're missing.
You know, Hollow's just ripping everything and you're supporting us crazy. And without fail, you got a new gigs every week. And I'm listening to that in myself thinking, damn, I wish I was there. Like, I was just there the other day.
Yeah,
Do you know
exactly.
what I mean? Because after that show, I went away a few months after.
Yeah.
After my first ever Tim Westwood, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And that is a classic case of hero to zero.
Yeah, 100%, bro.
You know what I mean?
100%.
You know
I went from your situation up there being on Tim Westwood to eating noodles.
Exactly. You know, the hero was a club sandwich.
But it is
man.
what it is.
You know what I mean? It was what it was. Yeah, man. It was super frustrating, man, to get suddenly jammed up like that. And I think the lesson there, to be honest with you, is when you're at that launch pad, it's all starting to happen. That is when you're most exposed because you haven't left behind the old ways and you haven't sufficiently been successful to move on.
Yeah.
And that's when I think you're at your most exposed because you're like, you know, pursuing the artist route, like high profile out there, but then also, you know, you haven't left what you need to leave
and also,
behind.
You got to learn it all quickly on that side when you've had years of experience doing the road.
Yeah.
So the road is what you know, and then the minute, right, we're up at a real situation now, around real people, real normal things, and you got to learn it quick.
Yeah, and there's very few, especially in those days, like 10, 11 years ago, there was no blueprint, there was no one really had come before you to show you, you know, for you to, you know, to follow their way.
There's no road.
When you're half artist, half road man, most exposed, and to get jammed up, then that's the worst moment because the frustration of what could have been.
But you know what that showed me though? Like I look at like my bid like as kind of a blessing because I feel like maybe if I was out, it would have been worse. Do you know what I mean? But if I never went away, I don't even think I would have known how big SN1 was. You know, like I never left the ends. Like the only time, bro, I remember coming to your one of the Hollow's first ever shows was you up in
Leicester Square.
Leicester Square.
Yeah, I remember that.
You remember that
was
show?
I remember that guest list.
That was one of my
it was
first ever
Giggs
times.
plus 100. That's what we had.
Yeah,
I said,
deep.
like, count some names of the guest list because that was.
Yeah.
I think that was his second performance. I think he'd done some uni one before.
That was his second performance.
And came through.
Yeah, I can't remember where I was going with that, but yeah, that was like.
Yeah, that was
that was man leaving the ends.
Yeah, leaving the ends, absolutely.
What? Tim Westwood show, you know what I'm saying? So when I went away, and it was like, guys, like landed, I was royalty, and I was like, we're really big out there.
And I remember that party because that was my first and last party in that venue.
Is it?
But I remember Holler standing on a table to perform, man.
Yeah, I remember that.
It was crazy, man. And like, yeah,
100
early
Peckham
days.
boys.
Yeah, yeah, but Pecknam deep, man. But and then let's not front. Like, you talk about a bid, but then there's also probation, which is the biggest bitch afterwards.
Yeah.
It's not like when you land, it's not all over for you. You've still got to struggle.
Do you know what's funny, Tim? This is a true story. You know, when I came out, you was one of my first interviews. Remember, I'd done the freestyle.
Yes, yeah.
And then you must have said, Kyze, chill out, you're going to get a recall. And I walked into probation and I had this woman and she goes, don't worry, Kyze, you're not going to get a recall. And I was dying, remember? I'm not gonna say
man.
Yeah, like I was crying. She was like, yeah, everyone comes up here saying they do music. She's like, Tim Westwood's my idol. I've been listening to him since I was a kid.
Big up, baby.
yeah,
at least you had a good officer.
Big up, I'm just going to say A.
Yeah, big up A, man.
Yeah, I lost A in the end, man. They took her away, but she was.
If you've got a good and understanding probation, because like some of them like ain't on your side, man. Some of them are like just trying to fight you down.
Yeah, they are. It's true. It's true. Fortunately for me, I had good probation. She was a wicked probation officer, but
shout out to A, man. Nothing but love for A.
But A, yeah, she had
she
had a different situation, and they ended up moving her, and then I was in Nottingham, and then I had Nottingham probation after that, and I was dealing with that.
Were you in Nottingham out of choice? Were you told to keep out the ends, or?
Well, I was banned from Peckham for my whole license, and then because my mentality was a bit young, it was like, well, where else is man gonna be? And it's got beef everywhere. I didn't even know where else to go. But yeah, like, because at the time I didn't even want. When I came out, I didn't even want to rap. I just wanted to change my life, everything. So I was like, I'm moving off the ends for a bit. Gonna ride this. If I was in London or in Peckham, I'd have took me back the same day. So I had to be away from all of that. You know what I'm saying? So when I was traveling to you to do the freestyle, I was traveling away from down there. But it was for the best.
And was Nottingham a good life up there?
No, it was dead. Sorry, Nottingham, it was dead.
To be honest, I haven't done a party in Nottingham for a minute. I did one for Notts Uni and Trent Uni. Yeah, it's not like the old days.
Oh no, you know,
there.
like the city and all that. It's a nice city. It's beautiful.
City,
but where I was like in the village, like of Notts. Like I used to have to travel to the hood to get food and get my hair cut and all of that. Yeah. Couple still.
Man, in the cut. Well, we respect it. The main thing. How long is probation for you? How long was it?
It was 5 years. I'm just come off.
Just come
year.
off. So
it's 4 years. 4 years.
5 year bid and a 4 year probation.
Yeah, because it was the way.
Unfriggin' believable.
Yeah, because I technically got a 12-year bid.
Yes,
but it was the way that they done it and the remand time, and I'd done 5 years straight. And then, so I only had, I think it was just under 4 years probation. But I just came off before Hollow went on tour.
Mad.
That's why you managed to take me on tour just in time,
Otherwise, you would have been still jammed.
Yeah.
What's the restrictions on probation?
For me, it was crazy. Like, I couldn't do anything. I had to text what car I was in, if I was going out of town, weren't allowed to associate with some people, or I was only allowed to have one phone or like declare it.
That's pretty standard now.
But when I was in the hostel, they didn't even let me have a smartphone. It was weird. Like, I had, but do you know, because I was well behaved and I was just doing music, kind of eased up on me, to be honest. It kind of like, it's not the same for everyone. Some people can get loads of dogs that they're dealing with and they're just on their case. I'm not going to sit up here and lie. Like, I felt like I had support from probation almost, you know, like they wasn't on me like
they wanted the best.
They was on me to not break their rules, but as time went on and they saw that I was just doing music, they just eased off me a little bit towards the end. But there was a period where they said I can't do shows. There was a period when they said that, and that was frustrating.
Let's not front, man. Stress.
I had to have like a meeting, I'm not going to say what county, with the police, because I got booked for a show. And they were like, yeah, man, like your probation rang us and said, like, you know, you're cool, but the police down there are saying you're not cool. Like, so we're just gonna go with them and you can't perform. And I was like, bro, this is how I make my living. What do you want me to do? Like, if I don't do this, blah blah blah. And they was like, well, if you have a camera, I'll follow you from you get out your car all the way into the venue to all the way you come out. I was like, hell no, I ain't doing that. So there's like, you can't perform, and that was it. I had to go home.
Oh my days.
That's what I was going for at shows.
And whose camera would that been? Theirs.
I don't know what they were suggesting. I just said, I'm not doing that. Could you imagine that?
I mean, let's not front. I mean, you came back so strong with Punani. do you know what I'm saying? Like that again, like you just rang off with that record.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a major record, man. And,
Yeah, sick.
you know, you were on the first verse, so you were ringing off that. I loved your verse on that, man.
Yeah. And you know what? I loved
And the chorus, major record.
Man, big up Hollow for that, man, because that was kind of his idea. But it's I look back at it, it was a sick time, but you know, because of probation, I couldn't even
You
work.
couldn't max it, yeah.
I couldn't work.
But that was a big record in the street, man.
Yeah, it was
a big
crazy. It was
record.
crazy.
And that was a big record. You know, I mean, obviously Hollow was on it, but that was a big record. Irrespective, you held your own. It's not like it was a Hollow
Come
record.
on,
It was
man. I
your
always
record,
do with
man.
Hollow.
Yeah, no, you smashed it. Yeah, smashed that.
Yeah, no,
so
definitely.
it seems definitely like a stop-start one, but that journey's got you here now. So,
Yeah, exactly. And we're still working.
Yeah, exactly.
But that was a good time to come out, like, you know, single and that, and then drop a tune like Punani.
Yeah,
like, and
mad.
been getting shows. Cause I wasn't doing shows before jail. I never done a show. Like, so I've come out, I'm performing with Westwood, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. It was crazy. Remember when we come up to you, had that show in Milton Keynes? It was like the first couple weeks of me being out, and I was in the party, and I was like, this is crazy. Tim West is up on stage playing Punani, screaming out Kyze, girls, everything. I was thinking, I thought I was a star.
And so you
Till probation was like, sit the hell down and behave yourself. About Tim Westwood parties.
It's tough, man. Let's not front, man. People forget. If you don't know, that probation thing is no joke. Family.
Yeah, that's the stickiest side.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you have DCAT jails. We like, I call it ECAT. Being on probation, like being in an ECAT prison, because it's like you're free, but you ain't free. Like, you're free to go and see your mum and see a girl and all of that, but you know, the minute you're trying to make moves and sort out your life, you find out where you are. You know what I mean? And you know, 'cause like me, I was having a blast performing, going up and down the country, performing Punani. I've come out, my friend's a star, you know what I'm saying? Giggs was just in the trap the other day, now he's busting up the place, and then they're like, nah, you know what? We don't like it. Switch my probation officer, gave me some horrible team, no more shows.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They shut you down and put you in the slow lane.
Yeah, I never really even recovered from that, to be honest. Like, that was the time for me to...
Yeah, to make that moves.
Yeah, so then by the time when I come off probation, because I went a bit quiet after that period, and then when I come off probation, now you're trying to get that moment back, but it's like, because you're working for it, it's not coming at the
rate you want.
Yeah, it's not coming at the rate, but when it's natural, like Al Punani was, like that wasn't no
and then
planned
also
thing.
it was you know, that moment there for Giggs, it was right for him to bring the next one from SN1 through.
Yeah,
it was just like it was the right moment.
Yeah, and it was kind of always Giggs and Kyze.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like everywhere I went, people was always like Giggs and Kyze. So that was perfect. And then obviously even after that, we dropped Mac Daddy, and that was doing crazy
that was
stuff
doing
in the
great
hood.
work. Yeah,
that was crazy. That was ringing off crazy in the hood. You know what I'm saying? And then he dropped his mixtape, and then I was on like, we was like drumline, whistle, then bad boy freestyles. Yeah, it was killing it. It was a good time, man.
Yeah, frustration, man.
It was only the other day. It seems like a lifetime ago.
Yeah. Now, new project, Marathon, man.
Yeah, Marathon.
One of 20 CDs pressed.
Yeah.
Real exclusive,
you got
man.
3 of them.
I got
so
3. Well, Hassan's got one only, right?
Oh, you let him,
So,
and Hassan will hold one.
man,
Hassan's King Curve, that's his name.
King Wave.
Hassan texted me a year later and said, just seen this, bruv. I'm on to you for that one,
I have
Hassan.
the same problem, man.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. You trained him.
I ain't on the curve, baby.
This is how you do it, Hass. You know it for a year now. I love Hass, man. I even love the fact Hass is still here. You know what I'm saying? All these years later, that's real, man.
Yeah, that's the realness. Now, CDs, like, don't get me wrong, that Uber, that
man.
En Route, great record. Great
You
record.
had that first, by the way.
Yeah, and we supported that strong.
Straight away.
Dineo, Chip, great record, man. And also a record of the time, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
108 BPM,
Yeah.
just flowing, just hanging with the UK, man.
Yeah.
Just hanging. Great record. But some of the tracks on here are lyrically different as well. This is, and like with the freestyle, man, lyrically, you seem slightly in a different place now as well. Like deeper, more to say. It's like you've been thinking.
Yeah. I'm an artist now.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's a job, innit?
Yeah.
Before, you know, like when we was coming
Don't
up
get
to
me,
this,
the party joints are the ones I love the most.
Yeah.
Like I'm a club DJ.
Yeah.
Love the party joints, but you're definitely deeper on this, man.
Yeah, man. I'm an artist now. I feel like now I understand like what I want to do. So it's easier when you actually think, I want to do that. SN1 days, it was just like, go hard or go home.
Yeah.
So you just want to say the greasiest thing you can say.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, in Unit 10. But now, obviously, we're in our own space. We actually make a living off this. So it's like you get to sit down, think about your music, you're not on no one else's time. You know what I'm saying? So now's the time to be an artist.
Yeah.
That's
to
why the
step up like
project
that.
sounds so
Yeah.
flawless, if I say so
Yeah.
myself.
So I thought you and Devlin were good. 'Cause he's an intense lyricist.
Yeah, he is.
And good to bring him back because he's had a quietness for a minute.
Yeah. Do
Yeah.
you know what? Devlin's one of the people when I was sitting down. Like, I never knew about Devlin before I went away, if I'm honest. Or paid attention. If I did hear of him, I didn't pay attention.
Yeah.
But then 2009, obviously I went away early 2009 and I just started hearing Devlin. And Giggs was always one of my favourite grime MCs. So to hear someone like, you know, competing with Giggs at that same level of aggression and intensity,
Yeah.
I was like, yo, this
And
kid's
Giggs is
always
the
on his-
ultimate, like, sort of like Kano as well, but like the artist.
Yeah.
Like artists really look at Giggs as like,
because he's a
as the
spitter,
bar.
innit?
Yeah,
So, you know,
yeah.
he's a spitter, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, there's not a lot of those artists around for me, personally, you know what I'm saying? But Giggs is one of them, and Devlin's one of them. So I always, you know, me and Giggs have been working together since 2003. We done our first song in 2003, me and Giggs.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And I've worked with him a lot, so Devlin, I just always wanted to work with him, you know what I mean? And then I met him at a festival where
Very cool youth. Very cool. Very cool.
Giggs brought us both to a festival to perform, and I was chilling with him, and he was cool. I was like, this guy's right
very
on my
cool
street.
guy. Yeah.
He likes a beer.
Yeah, oh no, and he's a
You
real
know?
dude. Oh no, he's a real dude.
Yeah, he's
Oh
so
no, he's
authentic.
a real dude.
Like,
Yeah,
he's
no,
one
he's a
of the
real
realest,
stand-up
man.
guy.
Yeah.
Got a lot of time for him, man.
He's like, what's happening? Should we just go get a beer?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, yeah. He's a real white boy in some aspects as well.
So am I. So am I.
Oh my day! I'm real pleased. I mean, I'm a big fan of Tiny Boost.
Oh, man.
Good to put Tiny on there. I mean, Tiny's a similar jam-up situation now. It's his time now.
Yeah. He definitely like made me raise the bar on that,
Yeah,
didn't he?
yeah,
I was
yeah.
sitting in the studio. He just went in the booth, and I sat up like, whoa. Oh, is this what we're doing?
Yeah,
Is it? All right, then,
yeah,
cool, bro.
yeah.
I was thinking, oh shit, SN1 is back.
Yeah, for real. And it's good to have him back as well,
yeah,
man.
he brought that
Yeah.
young,
Yeah.
aggressive energy.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, okay, cool,
Yeah.
man, let's go.
I see REM. Are you familiar with REM? I see. Oh, it's one of those guys I see up at the studio, man. He's just fresh out as well, man.
Oh, scene.
Yeah.
Like because you said REM, it
Yeah,
threw me.
yeah.
Yeah. Fresh home.
Oh, fresh home, man.
Fresh home. Yeah.
He's the craziest dude. He's the craziest. He's like, yeah, he's just the craziest dude,
Oh, man.
I was in Peckham on Saturday night, Peckham Palace.
Yeah.
For some Brixton guy, some old school Brixton guy was having his birthday there, and I
Times have
swung in
changed,
there like
innit?
at 5 a.m, and at 5:30, Fresh Home walks in.
Yeah.
Crazy on a hype. Yeah. And when we show him some love, he's freezing cold, so he's just been out in the corner. You know what I mean?
You say like he's just
come
standing
in.
outside.
He's just been out in the corner. He's just come in, man, and on some crazy hype. Like I like that youth, man. I like him a lot, man.
He's cool, man.
Now, real proud of where you at with that.
Yeah,
really
big
crazy
up to
freestyle.
him.
Now, you're a bit of a drinker, aren't you?
Yeah, hell of a drinker.
Rah.
Hell of a drinker.
What
Tim.
is your choice?
Everything.
Serious, not fussy?
Yeah, not fussy at all. I don't think.
What's your favourite liquor?
Oh, man. I don't even know. Do you know what? I do like champagne, as in, if I'm going out,
Yeah.
I like to drink champagne because champagne just, I don't know, it's like I get buzzing. Like, it's like it just makes me high. Champagne. It's weird.
It's perfect for a club, man.
Yeah.
Perfect.
But I do like all drinks, like, you know, yak as well after that.
Yeah, but you... Like now, it's not like a glass of champagne.
I know where you're going with this.
You hold a bottle of champagne. That's in the club.
Yeah,
if you want to drink champagne, you have your bottle.
Yeah, of
like,
course.
No, it's not like, I'll have a drink of champagne. Have a drink. It's like you hold your bottle.
Yeah.
Everyone has a bottle. What? How much do you drink? Like in
This is why I said I know you're going with this because you're going to talk about.
No. I've mentioned that to you before. But like with the like, if you go to a club, would you drink one bottle or would you drink more?
Bro, I don't know, bro. I'm a proper alcoholic, bro.
So you drink 2 or 3?
Don't know. I could, yeah.
Because you know that the boat is heavy duty liquor. You know, it's not light work. It's not light work.
I go through champagne and wine and those things like juice, man.
Just like that.
Like juice. Like juice.
And you like the yak.
Love yak.
I want the Henny more than
I think Hollow gave me a yak problem, you know. I blame Hollow. I blame you, Hollow, for
he's
my
always
yak.
been a brown bottle.
Do you know what? I thought I was a Henny man till I was around Hollow. I used to drink a lot of Henny. I know Henny's yak as well, but I'm saying
Henny used to taste better in the old days. It's when you have better than the regular bottle of Henny, you suddenly realise it's a coarse drink.
Like, I loved Henny because of pack and that, you know, Henny.
Yeah, absolutely.
But then, like, I used to be around. We'd be in the studio. Hollow's always drinking Courvoisier.
Yeah.
Then I realised
slightly smoother.
It's smoother. It's nicer, bro.
Yeah, slightly smoother. But you know, you.
So
can
when we say yak, we're not talking about Henny. We're talking about Courvoisier.
Courvoisier, but you know, if you go like when it comes to that Henny, you can get when you get that XO, man. That is one smooth drink.
No, the XO is beautiful. It's just expensive as hell.
Peas, like 200-300, but
it's a liberty. But it is nice though. Yeah.
And do you drink it with Coke or just straight?
Nah, I'm a chaser, man. Still.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I do. If we're beefing, like if we're in a drinking competition, the other day at Hollow's mad dance, me and Kano was going at it, and that was
you drinking under the table,
and that was just raw. Yeah, I know, but we didn't even get to finish.
Right, and then, he was sick.
I was looking for him. I challenged him at Christmas when I done my.
You did the bottle challenge. Now that to me, because I followed you on Christmas Day, because you know I used to spend Christmas around Hollow's. Yeah, he forgot to invite me this year. He forgot.
Oh, mate, he's
ML remembered, but he kept forgetting. ML said, invite Westwood round, and he'd go, I'll do that, and then he keeps forgetting. But Hollow can easily forget me, you know.
Yeah.
I once hollered at Hollow as he left his house. I said, you come into town, collect me on the way. Yeah. And as he comes in, he'd forgotten about me. I had to chase him down. He can forget about me.
You and Hollow cracked me up, you two together, man. You two are something else, man.
Now, that bottle challenge looked like a bad way to start your Christmas fucking breakfast.
Bro, do you know what? Yeah, Tim,
it just looks a bad way.
Do you know what?
Like
I know
sauce that early.
Do you know what? Yeah, my missus's sister had a glass that held a whole bottle of.
I think it's called a pint glass.
Is it a pint glass? Is it just a pint? Is that all it is?
I think that's what it is.
I was trying to make it sound like it more than it was, Tim.
Maybe it's called a flower vase.
Whatever it's called.
A vase.
Whatever it's called, it holds a whole bottle of
6
whatever.
glasses.
Yeah. So she just backed it. She just done it, and I was just watching her like.
Your missus did it?
Missus' sister.
Oh.
She done it.
She a big girl?
Nah.
Seriously?
Just backed it. Are you trying to kind of
I'm just asking, fam. No disrespect.
Imagine if I just went, yeah.
Yeah. I think she's a big girl. Anyway, go on. I think he's just being polite.
She's going to laugh when she hears this.
Or maybe not.
Big up M.
So big
anyway,
up M.
She done it. She done it. No, she's not a big girl, but she done it.
Yeah, she done it.
And,
like a big girl.
I was like...
Right. So she necked it.
She necked it.
Yeah, she necked it.
It's getting worse, yeah, she drank it, So
my day. So you not to be outdone.
So anyway,
to rep for the
So I was like, I need to do this.
Like some blossom. What's it called? Orange blossom or something?
Yeah, one of them.
When chicks ask for like they're trying to be classy, and it's like. Here, have this £8.99 wine I got from the corner shop. Classy. What's it called? Blossom Hill. Oh my days.
No, I mess with Blossom Hill though.
Free with a curry. You know what I mean? What are you talking about, baby?
But it messes you up though. It messes you up though.
Fortified.
And it's nice. I mess with it still.
Oh no.
What was I drinking? Was that it? I'm sure mine was the other one.
It looked like something.
It must have been one of them.
Yeah, some rosé
Blossom
or something.
Hill, Echo Falls, one of them.
Yeah,
drinks.
Echo Falls, another classic.
Yeah. So I just thought I want to do this, but you know what? The one I filmed was technically my second one.
Right.
I attempted to do it. Yeah, I attempted to do it
and flopped,
but only like a little bit. It was only a little bit. So then M said to me, she said, "Don't drink it when it's ice cold. Drink it when it's warm." So I was like, "Alright, get a bottle out the case
cupboard,
then." Out the case. So
So
I just went again and I just nailed it, and I just thought, I'm going to challenge everyone. But it was ideally aimed to challenge Kano, but he didn't even answer the DM till February or something.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Type, isn't he?
Yeah.
So is Kano a drinker? I did not know that.
No, Kane goes hard still.
I did not know that.
He can't drink me under the table, no way. But he goes hard.
I didn't know he was hard on the liquor, man.
Yeah. When we're out, he's always, you know what I mean. Well, I've only been with him a few places, but he's always like necking it down. Yeah. He can drink. There's not a lot of people that I can say probably like they're up for this. But Kano seems like one of them.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
real.
But I don't think there's anybody in the game that could drink like me. Nobody. I challenge any of you lot. But then again, you know Bernie. Do you know Bernie from GRM?
Yes.
Yeah, he's a big boy. He done it.
Yeah.
And he aced my time. I think he done it in like 2 sips. Shout out Bernie.
Yeah. I mean, it's not necessarily a positive one, but it's good enough for Christmas.
I'm sure I sent it to you, Tim.
Oh no, I see it. No, I respected it, but like, I just thought that is not the way to have your Christmas breakfast. To start off with a bottle of wine, fam. You kind of slowing your Christmas down right now. But I don't know what. Sometimes Christmas is like sometimes you need this alcohol to get through.
I had. Do you know what? I wouldn't even. Tell a lie. I wasn't drunk or nothing, but I did fall asleep for like 2 minutes on the toilet. I was just sitting on the toilet, and I just woke up, trousers down.
No doubt.
And I was just like, right, how did I get here? And that was the end of it though. But I weren't drunk or I weren't moving mad or nothing. I just all I remember was sitting on the toilet, waking up.
No, I've seen you in situations like that, falling asleep on stairs in a club.
Yeah. Terrible. It's because I got the goons around. Rocks and that, we're good.
Yeah, you know you're safe, man. Relax.
We're safe. We're good.
So, that's it. You drink, and do you drink anything like Ciroc and any drink? Is
Yeah,
good?
I love Ciroc. But I'm a drinker, bro.
Yeah.
That's my thing. I'm not much of a smoker. I take 2 pulls on something, I'm conked.
Yeah, lightweight.
But yeah, I'm a proper lightweight when it comes to smoking. Like I have to do both. Like if I'm out drinking, I kind of have to smoke. Like I can't smoke without drinking, but I can drink without smoking.
Yeah, for real.
Does that make sense?
And beer?
Yeah, I love beer. I'm half Irish, Tim.
Serious?
My dad is Irish. My mum's Jamaican. Like Guinness,
Ryan Nephews.
all of that is all me, bro. I mix raised with. What did I drink on the way? I had a yak and Guinness and that in the car, bro. That's probably why I didn't remember the bloody lyrics.
Okay, respect that.
What do you like? I brought you a gold.
No, I appreciate
Bel Air,
that.
by the way,
I've not even popped one of those before, man. Considering it's like that, black bottle, I appreciate that. That looks real fly.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna.
It's fortified. That
my
is
next
not
challenge
lightweight.
on Insta, I'm giving you the heads up. I'm doing the champagne challenge where I'm gonna back a whole bottle of champagne in one go. I'm kind of practicing at the moment because the bubbles, but I'm nearly
the bubbles.
there. I'm like here. They're like a little bit left. Well, I'll do it. By the time my birthday comes around in August,
You'll
I'm
be
gonna do
ready.
the champagne challenge. Yeah, you better get involved, Tim. Man.
Yeah,
With
that fizz
bottle.
will catch you out, man. That fizz will catch you out.
No, this is breathing. It's breathing.
Serious game, man. Serious game. Now, gym life at all?
I'm back in the gym. I put on a lot of weight, man.
Serious.
Put on a lot of weight, yeah, man. I actually become the fat one.
The fat one.
I become the fat one. You know, like girls have a fat friend. Like I was like the fat friend for the man them. Hey, I remember one time Hollow and that was cussing me. They were like, "You're a catfish." I think someone walked past and said, "Oh, you look like Kyze." And them lot was like, "No, you're a big thing." They said they're thinking they're getting Kyze, but really you're a catfish. You come in, you're all big. Yeah, I went up to like 18 stone.
18.
Yeah, when I come out, I was only 14 stone.
But prison food will do that for you.
Yeah, and then
what were you drinking? What's that drink they make in
hooch? Blood, I'm the hooch specialist, blood.
Hooch.
Yeah.
Were you making hooch?
Yeah, all the time.
What were you making your hooch out of? Potato?
Nah, orange juice.
Oh, orange juice,
yeah. Fermented, bit of
That's
sugar,
right.
maybe brown bread.
Exactly.
Do you know
I
what I'm
heard
saying?
sometimes that hooch is a
because
great
you
drink.
can make the distilled one as well.
Yeah.
And the distilled one is like alky. So the main hooch is just like a hooch.
Right.
You know, like the actual drink hooch.
Right.
It's just like an alcohol pop.
Yeah.
But the distilled hooch, which takes a bit longer to make, is a vodka and orange.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I had a friend who was an expert making hooch, and the prison officers used to take it off him and drink it.
Yeah, I had an officer, I'm not going to say his name. I remember one time I was just laying on my bed, and then all of a sudden, if you don't like take the lid off it properly, it gasses up. And you're supposed to like let the air out.
One
day,
it can pop, can't
it was just before New Year's, and I had like 4 bottles under my bed, and they all just exploded, and the place stunk.
Oh, that will go all up the wall.
It was everywhere, and it's under my bed as well. And I had no choice but to like almost snitch on myself because
Yeah, horrible.
I was like,
horrible.
I was like, yo, God, basically, I don't know. Someone had some hooch under the
Exactly,
bed.
Yeah.
And he picked up one of the bottles. He picked up one of the bottles, and he was like, "Oh, this smells pretty good." And he just drank the whole thing in front of me, bro.
Neck the hooch.
And he goes, "You never saw that, and I won't nick you." And I was like, "Hey, I never
make
saw
it work.
nothing."
It's pretty common, man. If you make good hooch.
No, I do. I'm gonna make some. In fact, man, why not?
And the distill is just leaving it longer.
Yeah, and there's more of a process. You got to maintain it and clean it and filter it out, drain it, sieve it out more like a sock or something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's more of a process, like heating, warming, it's an art to it.
Oh, definitely.
It's an art to it.
And some of that hooch is
I bet
good.
you drunk some when you was running around them landings, innit?
Yeah, 100, man. Just to be hospitable, you know what I mean? Just like, it's all fam, man. It's all love, man. I respect the hooch
I was
game.
even making like near enough like a Bailey's kind of drink.
How?
Nah. It's like you make it with like condensed milk, and you got to get kind of like couple ingredients from the kitchen, but you have to like go around the angles to get it. You know what I'm saying? But it's kind of like just like condensed milk.
That kitchen job looks the best job to have, to be honest.
Yeah, it is. I never worked in the kitchen.
No, but it looks the best job.
It's the hardest job to have.
Oh, is it? Yeah, it's the hardest to get.
Yeah.
And is it hard to
do
that?
But if you're
job?
a gym man, you want the kitchen or the to gym in it.
Yeah.
Gym orderly. Yeah.
But if you're a gym guy and you've got the kitchen, you're eating well.
Yeah, 100%.
And it's interesting that they cook the food for the wardens as well, because I'd be a little sussy about that if I was a warden. Not that I would ever be, but if I was a warden, I'd be a little concerned about the man in the kitchen.
It's a gangster that God trusts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Nah, yeah. Crazy, man.
Yeah, gangster that God trusts, man. Yeah, man. I respect that, man. Was that your first bid?
Yeah, and lost.
Yeah.
And lost.
Yeah.
God willing, man. Yeah, man.
No, it's sufferation, man. Let's not front.
I know, man. It's crazy, man. We're going from Tim Westwood, Hollow blowing up, going shows with him, and then just on the landing, I remember Hollow come and told me on a visit that he got signed, man. It was emotional. But not in a bitter way, but I was just happy and sad.
Yeah, obviously.
I was so happy for him. But I was thinking, oh, man, like, this is really... Like, you start to have regrets. You start thinking, oh, why didn't I just stay doing that and stay doing that? And plus, I'm innocent, so I'm thinking to myself, yo. But anyway, I'm coming out because, you know, it is what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And it's not... It's not what could have been or should have been or only. It's like where we are now.
Yeah,
and that's where we've got to move from.
But yeah, your show, man. Like I said to him, I have to take my hat off to you, man. Seriously, a big thank you and that, because not only like was obviously you as a big support of SN1 and introducing us to the rest of the world, but just being inside, hearing you just play gigs after gigs after gigs, you know what I'm saying, and supporting that, and me being actually there. You know, like when people, you know, when you in jail, you get into a lot of debates and all of that, and then people like got their favourite DJs or they got and this, that and the other, and I'm a Westwood fan, so I'm riding out for you. You know what I'm saying, West?
Thank you, family.
I'm riding out for you, so I'm like, who supports us like this? Who's like, you know what I'm saying, we look into Westwood, and there's come a time where like there might be someone else on at the same time. So a couple man are like, they got one tab over here, and then we're checking what tune you're playing, what tune he's playing, what tune you're playing. But guarantee that gigs will always come true on that. And I'm like, everything lock off, you know what I'm saying? Kicking the doors, smashing everything, you know what I'm saying? Just to hear that.
When everyone's locked in the same station on the landings, that's when it rings off the most.
Yeah, I remember a time with Hollow went away for, he done a little remand time. And then he came out and he dropped that freestyle. What's it? The one who's in the video. Bands.
What was that one?
The Bands freestyle.
Oh, yeah.
And you dropped that, and he just had come out. And I was saying, and I think he told me earlier in the day, like lock in. I done a mad freestyle. Bruv, the landing went crazy. Because obviously he's the jail people's champ, like, you know what I'm saying? So like, he come out of jail, we're all locked into Westwood, like, is he gonna play a new gigs? And then that Band's freestyle come on and the place erupted. Like, he's home. Like, this is it. You know what I'm saying?
Bless, man.
Sick.
So we've got the CD. So the mixtape is out there.
Yeah.
That's a great start. En route is definitely the club banger.
Yeah.
Got the videos ringing off now as well.
Yeah, man.
Like, what is the next step for you, man?
I'm gonna drop another mixtape. You know,
You're just going to keep coming, man.
Yeah, you know, I dropped 2 Words, One Finger late 2017.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a sequel to that.
Yeah.
Because that was like the comeback mixtape. I'd come off probation.
Yeah.
Then, so yeah, after the Punani stage, that's what 2014. I'm performing it up until like 2015, 2016. Probation, new probation there on my back, just in a bad place in general. For about going up to like a year and a half, 2 years. Then I had my son, and I was just quiet. And then I come off probation like officially, and then Hollow was like, "Yo, I think he just come back from tour with Drake."
Yeah,
And then he was like,
time.
and he was like, "Yeah, do you want to come on this UK tour?" And then 2017 we done the UK tour. So on that tour I got the bug back. Like I was like, yo, I need to just come back now, man. Enough like just sitting like probation. I'm not on probation no more. I've had my son, this, that, and the third. And then dropped 2 Words, and that rang off. Like that's the biggest project I've ever done.
Seriously?
Yeah, 2 Words rang off. Like and everyone performed on there. Come on, like there was like Hollow, Scraps, Kojo, Funds.
Oh, it was a great moment in the
Nail,
game.
Everyone's on there.
It was a great moment in the game.
Everyone's on there. Everyone's on that
It was a great
mixtape.
moment.
So like since then, everyone's like, yo, bro, we need 2 Words, like 2. You know what I'm saying? So I thought, you know what, let's to do that this year.
So
Why not?
you're bringing that back this year.
Yeah, bringing that back.
Just like more music. And is it a home studio you've got, or what studio are you using?
Nah, I use a couple of different studios, but more time it's still unit, just the new unit, or you know one of like Hollow's joints or whatever. Yeah, man, that's it. But Marathon, bro, man. I had to even make mixtapes. There's only 20. I had to make them though.
Yeah,
you can buy them actually, like in stores. But I think they might be sold out now. I'm not even sure or something.
no,
but
these
there's
are going to
only of this, what you've got in your hand,
Yeah.
there's only 20 of those, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And you've got 3.
Yeah, no, I appreciate
So
that.
if you lot see Tim in the streets, don't we run up on him like, yo, where's them tapes? He's only got 3.
Yeah,
2,
yeah.
he's only got 2.
Yeah, no, these are classic, man. And you're repping SN1 to fullness, man.
Come on, man, that's the team, man. That's the team. You represent SN1. I see you heavy in them SN1 parties, Tim. I see you the other day. You disappeared on me, though. I went and got you a drink, come back, you was gone. I was like, Tim, what are you drinking? He was like, whatever.
SN1 party's a classic,
I went,
man.
come back, and he was gone.
Yeah, that one after Wireless, Drake, Migos, French, everyone there, classic, man.
That party was nuts, and no one knows about it.
Yeah.
That was actually the biggest dance ever. But yeah, I was trying to look for you in the crowd. Usually you got a big booty ting.
The VIP.
Usually you got a big booty
man.
ting.
I was glad to see ML in there.
Tim, where'd you find all these big booty things and
They
you're just
find me,
daggering
man.
them down?
They find me.
You see like how you're gonna stay away from
I'm
the
a
drink.
big booty girl hero, baby. They just come to me.
You see how you're staying away from the drink channels? I'm staying away from them big booty things.
You
I
have
can't
to.
handle it. Some of the ones you're daggering, nah, bro. You need to hit the gym for that. I don't know how you do it, man. Hey, Tim's serious. We was partying down. Where was we? I was in a party with you just the other day.
Down
Southampton or Bournemouth.
Yeah, one of them spots.
Yeah, and you had this bath thing just hovering around. I was like, yeah, Tim's on it tonight, man.
Light work.
Light work. That's heavy work, bro. That thing was, everything was coming out of everywhere, bro. That's it. Yeah. She looked like she was fresh off the
Just
plane.
landed.
Yeah. You probably brought her to. You probably flew her over.
One of my many Nigerian wives.
Like that.
Absolutely right.
I was like, yeah, Tim's on one today, man.
Yeah.
Crazy,
absolutely.
Man. But yeah, Tim, we're having fun with it, man. Marathon is out now, man. Marathon, gate that, stream that. That is the new project from me. You will not be disappointed, man. You will not be disappointed.
And glad to have the official, Kyze interview on Tim Westwood
I wanted
TV.
this, Tim, man.
Yeah.
I wanted this like for since I was a kid, bro. I grew up on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no one can even say. No one can compare you to anybody. Not yet. Maybe when they've done the time, or maybe flipping however long from now, but from me, like, man grew up on you. There's no one else, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, man's got other friends in the game, lot of DJs.
So, man.
Yeah, a lot of DJs we respect
more
and
DJs,
love.
More DJs,
but I'm
the
saying,
better,
when
man.
people
More
say,
DJs,
like,
better.
rare, or make comparisons, I always say, you can't compare no one to Tim till they've done the same years in the game, till they've supported as many people, as boss as many artists and all of that. Because in the early days, it was like, Tim don't mess with the UK, Tim don't do this, Tim don't do that. I was like, well, he messed with us.
For real,
So
man.
I can't agree with that argument.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? He's the first official situation we ever went. You know what I'm saying? And that changed.
I was grateful
everything.
to be able to support you guys.
Yeah,
Grateful, man.
I always
We
remember
wanted
seeing you
man.
parked up in Camberwell outside Patty Island.
Yeah,
in the
ain't
big
I-
whip.
always-
and I was
always
on
in the hood.
And I was just
To
on
this
the
day.
road. I'd be like, yo, Tim.
Yeah,
And you'd be like,
to this
"Oh."
day. Yeah, to this
And then
day.
I was like, one
Yeah.
day, man, we're going to
Yeah,
get on the
yeah,
show. You
yeah,
know what I mean? One
yeah.
day we're going to get on that show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we did. You know what I'm saying? So I always just said, yeah, no, I need an official Kyze and Tim moment. You know what I'm saying? And we have it today.
Yeah, man.
Even though we've done the freestyle
Yeah,
thing
many
before.
times, and many
it
times to
wasn't-
come,
wasn't-
man. It was
yeah.
just good to sit
I
down
wanted to let the
and
world
chop it
know
up, man.
that this is Tim, this is the
Yeah,
big
man.
dog, this is
Yeah,
how man
man.
feel about, man. You
Yeah,
get me?
man.
And that was
And
it.
shout to Dollar and Pounds, you know, best kept in the game.
Yeah, man, shout out Dollars and Pounds,
Yeah.
man. Trackies and that out
Yeah,
soon.
oh, for real.
Yeah,
Next stage.
Trackies and that out soon. Yeah. I'm not, Dollars and Pounds ain't my
No,
thing, by the way.
but I know.
I'm just promoting it.
Yeah,
'cause I'm
yeah,
a
good
fan.
youth, yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm
and
just
they're
a fan
family
of
as
the
well,
thing.
man.
Yeah, family,
They are
definitely.
family, man. Good youth, man.
Family, you know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
family.
And I think Wax is going to be with where I go. Pushing that box in there,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Making
Might as
sure
well,
that
man.
gets out there, so
Might
make
as
sure you
well,
get your
man.
dollars and pounds,
Yeah,
you know what
man.
I'm
Yeah,
saying?
keep
Yeah,
it
man.
moving, man.
Tees, hats, trackies
Yeah.
out, yeah,
All
man,
coming,
everything. But make sure you get Marathon as well, man.
Tim
Get me.
Westwood TV.
Yeah, SN1.